I married my best friend in an arranged marriage, but we agreed to secretly see other people. Now that my husband is getting lucky, I'm attracted to him, so I'm about to sabotage his new fling. In my country, arranged marriages are very common, and this was how I, 24 feet, got married to Jason, 24 meters. To make this clear, I said arranged marriages, not forced marriages. An arranged marriage is basically when your family plays matchmaker with you and someone else, but it isn't forced. It's important to say I never wanted to get married and I am for sure placed somewhere in the ace spectrum, because being intimate was never something important to me. But I knew Jason since we were kids and he was always nice to me, so I accepted to spend some time with him and see where it would go. Turns out Jason and I had a lot in common. Our country is pretty religious, but neither of us saw that much importance in religion and just pretended to our families to not cause problems. We are both more on the introvert side and don't like crowds or big family reunions. When I told him about my feelings about being intimate and my sexuality, he was sweet and understanding. We ended up becoming good friends, and it was obvious the idea of marrying each other seemed appealing for us. So we got married 2 years ago. We made a deal to be basically good friends who are married, to not wrestle, and to sleep in different rooms. He was allowed to sleep with whoever he wanted since he was not getting this from me. Everything was perfectly fine. Our families, however, really started to pressure us to have children this last year. Since this was so important to them, we agreed to, well, try. But first I asked him to make an exam to check he is infection-free, since he had his fair share of casual wrestles and, even though he reassured me he always used rubber, I wouldn't feel safe otherwise. After the exam showed he was clean, we had our first time together and it was great. Way better than I could ever imagine. After that, he noticed I liked it and asked if it was in the equation of our relationship now. I said yes. This was a few months ago, and since then we've been intimate together pretty regularly, but we also started to spend more time together outside of that, and I think my feelings of friendship for Jason are starting to change. Not only that, but I started to feel jealous of his casual relationships, especially his affair with this Anna girl who he's been seeing regularly for the past months. I'm scared he starts to fall in love with her, because he always speaks highly of her and he seems to like her. So I kinda started to sabotage his dates with her and other girls, in a way. I pretend to have headaches, to feel sick or sad or any other excuse so he has to stay with me instead of go see them. I know it's childish and maybe I should just talk to him about it, but I'm so scared he doesn't feel the same and things get weird between us. It's not like we can escape each other. Update. Well, this was enlightening. Although some of you should probably learn how to be kinder to others. Not my fight to have, anyway, but I listened to your advice and talked to Jason yesterday. It went well. It went great. It really made me wonder why I thought this wasn't an option. He actually knew I was trying to sabotage his dates, but it didn't matter that much since he was thinking about stopping with them anyway. In fact, he told me he already told the women he was seeing that he wanted to stop going out with them around 2 weeks ago. I apologized anyway, but he thought it was cute and said I'm a terrible liar. I asked why he didn't talk about it either. He said he felt I needed some time to reach the point I would feel ready for this conversation. Most importantly, he said he always loved me. That he accepted our early dynamic because he knew it would be hard for me to find someone who would understand and respect my relationship with being intimate in our culture, and he's right. I don't think people even know what an asexual or a demisexual person is here, and I think people would mostly see it as some sort of mental illness or deviation, so he wanted to at least be able to give me protection and companionship on my own terms. He was over the moon that I am in love with him too, but he assured me that it would also be fine for him if it never happened, and I believe him. I also showed him this post and he found it really funny that I was able to open up to a bunch of strangers before talking to him. It was a little embarrassing, but I wanted to be completely honest with him. Also, answering the people who asked if we wanted to have children or if we were only doing this because of our family's pressure, we talked about it before starting to have an intimate relationship, and yes, we want to have children. Now that everything is out in the open, we're even more excited for that. Thank you for the advice, anyway. Some of you were harsh, but I needed a wake-up call, I guess.